Hey y'all, it's Carla with Carla's Craft and Charm. Welcome back to my channel. I'm home from my stay in Atlanta this weekend, and I wanted to share with you some things I picked up at some Ollies other than the ones I showed you the other day. I did take the opportunity while I was in Atlanta to visit 4 other Ollie locations I have not been to before. I went to the Fayetteville store, the Stockbridge store, the Atlanta store, which I've been to before. This is my second time. I found absolutely nothing in the Atlanta store. And I went to the Mableton store. By and large, the Mableton store had the most out of every store I went to this time. However, a lot of what they had, I had already picked up at Marietta or some other stores along the way. I'm going to try to remember what I got where, but I'm not going to promise you that I get them correct. And this was over the span of the past 2 days that I visited these locations, so whether they still have them or not, I am not entirely sure. So let's get started. I picked up another roll of this packing tape, not American Craft related, the It's Here tape. I've not used this yet, but I did talk about the fact that I wanted to try to use this in the center of my journals because it's pretty sticky and I like the width of it. So for 99 cents, I felt like that was something that I wanted to get another roll of. This is by Packet by Scotch. I picked up this Hello Hobby stamp and ink pad set. I picked this up at the Mableton store. It's 11 pieces. I'm not going to open this. It's for my daughter, so I hope you can kind of get an idea of what's in here. There's 3 small ink pads, an aqua, a pink, and a purple, and there's 8 wooden stamps. So these small ones, and then these mid-size ones, and this large one. Hello Hobby, I've seen this brand at Walmart before, so not an American Craft item, but we are seeing some things from Walmart in Hobby Lobby. And it actually says Walmart on it, 2021 Walmart. So pick that up. I got at the same store these 3 packs of sew ribbon, they're called. They're called Grass Ribbon is the green, Sky Ribbon is the blue, and Gold Ribbon is the gold. They're by We Are Memory Keepers, and they have 6 yards of each. I take that back. 6 yards of the gold, 5.5 yards. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. 6 yards total of each. And I really liked this center design. And I also liked the shiny as well. I'm hoping that that's not glitter that's going to come off. These are more sheer at the top. I'm going to open one of these and show them to you. This is, I think I said, I got these from the Mableton store. They were $1. So let's go ahead. Oops, I'm sorry, I knocked my camera. Let's go ahead and open one of these up and see how they're going to be. I like how they're packaged because you can keep them on these for future use, which is really nice. I've not seen these in any of my stores. They had others to choose from, but not of this 3-part design. They were more just your standard ribbons. They had some that were like baker's twine. I did not want to pick those up. I'm going to try not to destroy this packaging because I just got through saying how I like the fact that it's on this cardboard. Apologize for the noise. Guess could have opened this ahead of time and been more prepared. Let's see if I can get this off. Down here, this is the glitter one I wanted to check out. Alright, we're almost done. Looks like it has a pull tab there, but let's see if I can get that to cooperate with me. It does not appear that I can, but my goodness, this is some thick plastic they have on here. Oops, and I cut that ribbon in the process there. Y'all be careful if you purchased these and are trying to open them up. My gosh, if I'd known this was going to be a difficult process, I would have done this in advance and make y'all sit here watching me do it. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry y'all. Okay, so we've got this green, which I accidentally snipped. This sheer green is kind of shiny, so I like that. I got this for Christmas, all of these for Christmas journals. And then this one in the center I really liked. I thought this would be good on page edges. So let's pull that one out. Take a look at it. It is a crochet design. Really pretty. And then we have the glitter one, which does not shed. It's glittery on the front, and then it's that solid ribbon design on the back. So I really like those a lot. Have a lot of ribbon, or I probably would have gotten a couple for $1, but anyway, got those. I did pick up, not related to American Crafts. I've been talking about the fact that I'm working on this wedding journal. I'm nearly done, but I'm just looking through it for a couple of little extra things to embellish it with, and I thought this was really pretty. This could be fussy cut out, or you could just stick it in a pocket or use it as a page. And what it didn't show you on the packaging, this is by Flomo USA, but made in China. 8 thank you cards with envelopes. It did not show that the inside was like this, so I thought that was really nice. And I could add those to my journals. It just has the wedding journals. A plain white envelope, but it was only 49 cents, so couldn't leave that. I picked up this Making Memories Great Escape 15 pins. I couldn't really tell exactly what this was, but it was $1.29, and I felt like they were pins that you could slide down onto things, so we're going to check it out. I did not open it in the store, so let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. They're travel related, and you just store them on this little pinwheel type thing. That's pretty neat. Never seen anything like that before. Don't really know what I would use it for, but you know us, we like to buy stuff, so there I am. I'm trying to think, y'all. I know I'm so not good at keeping track of what I got where. I'm pretty sure I got these in Mableton. It's one of the last things I picked up when I was leaving. I saw them on an end cap, and it's the first cards I've seen. I've seen other people haul cards, but I've not seen any. By Jen Hatfield, American Crafts, 40 cards and envelopes. I paid $1.99 for this. I wasn't crazy from first glance of the outside about the vibrancy of the colors of the cards, but I do include a card in my Etsy orders, and so I thought that they would be good for that because there are just some generic cards in here. So I'm just going to share with you real quick what those look like. We have Warm Wishes Just For You. I also feel like they don't do the best folding jobs on their cards. They're thin, they're not super thick, but they'll serve the purpose that I need them for. But you can kind of tell what I'm talking about with the vibrancy. I don't know, they just lack like some vibrancy to me. Not real clear. Now the music notes. Just this. It's kind of nice that it's on both sides. They're all plain in the middle. Thank you for all you do. Smile. Thought that was really pretty. The floral, front and back. The blue floral. This wood grain. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about when I've said how they're folded. It just seems like there wasn't a lot of care taken in that. Nothing brings people together like good food, which these do have like a Thanksgiving type vibe to them, at least to first glance, but and then another floral. So I like that they're kind of generic, and I can use these for thank you notes for my Etsy orders. And I picked up in that store these Heidi Swap embellishments, 48 pieces, and they're hearts on music notes and some other papers. And I did open these up to look at them because I couldn't really tell what they were made out of. And they're like a vinyl, but I don't think they're a sticker. They're real hard. They almost remind me of the letters I got the other day. It doesn't say anything about them being stickers. It just says they're embellishments. So hearts of different sizes. We'll see what I use these for. I only got one pack. They were $1. But I thought they were unique. I haven't seen them before. That's kind of cool. That's cut out. And then you've got some bigger ones, smaller ones. So, yeah, might as well. Okay. And then, because I had a lot of paper that I had already picked up at other stores, only other thing that I got there was I got this acrylic stamp. Got this for my daughter. I'm not really crazy about these designs, but she told me she's in the market for some stamps, so I picked these up for her. It's an American Craft product, and it was $1. Take these out and show them to you real quick, in case anybody's looking for these. A little thick for me. I like my stamps to be a little bit on the thinner side. I do like these borders, though. So she's going to get those. And then I went to the, let me think, the Fayetteville store. I found this paper, and when I got up to the front, the lady told me that, she asked me where I got the paper from, and I said I got it from the American Crafts table that's in the center of most stores that we go to. And I also picked up, so I picked up 4 of these. I'm sorry, I originally picked up 1 of these, and then I picked up a package of this, what I thought was paper, and it said remove the units from the bag, and we all know that most stores, other than the first time I ever went to Ollie's, since then the stores have started, at least in my area, splitting things up. And I told her it's 10 pieces in this bag, and I didn't read what it says. It says 12 by 12 blue mylar. To me, it looked like paper, and I just thought it was an iridescent paper. And she asked me where I got these things from, both of these, and I told her the center table, and she said, okay, I'll go ahead and just ring those up. I said, yes, I think they're supposed to be $1. And there were none of these split open, so I wasn't trying to pull the wool over her eyes or anything like that. And so she said, okay. And so she rang them up, this first, and it rang up for $0.25. And I said, those are on the dollar table. And she said, well, it rang up for $0.25, so you're getting it for $0.25. And I said, okay. And then she rang this up. This is Maggie Holmes Flourish, 36 sheets, paper pad, by American Crafts. This is 6 by 8 paper. And she rang this up, and this rang up for $0.25. I was dumbfounded because I haven't found any paper pads for $0.25. None. I know people are getting single sheets of paper for $0.25, and I haven't even found that, with the exception of those the other day that I showed you, the blue textured. So I said to her, oh, can I go back and get a couple more of these? Because for $0.25, y'all, I'm going to use them for something. I just couldn't not go back. And there was tons of these in that store. So I got these. I'll show you first these paper sheets. There's some unique designs in here. I've not seen anyone haul this before. Oh, let me tell you. I think there's 2 of each design, if I remember correctly. But some nice looking papers in here. They're thick. Love that. And they can definitely be used on tags. You could use them as a page if you have a smaller journal that you're working on. Collage. But some unique designs in here. Houses are cute, and then we're back to where we start over. So 2 of each design in there. So I ended up with 4 of these, and I also went back and got 3 more of these. I'm going to do a giveaway soon. I've got so many of y'all following me now, and I appreciate you so much for doing that. But I want to get some things together that I've amassed and give them away to my subscribers as a thank you for watching me, sharing your time with me. This that I thought was paper is not. Pulled one out a little while ago before I did the video, and I was like, oh, that's really cool paper. But it's not paper, y'all, and maybe y'all know this. It's like an acetate. It's like a blue ocean look acetate, and it's on this thick piece of cardstock, which is shiny on the front. It's more matte on the back, and I think that is so cool. I don't really know what I'm going to use it for, but I really thought when I picked it up that it was just an iridescent look kind of paper. So, has anybody else found these? It's the first time I've seen them. So, we got those. And then, I think that was all I got at that store. So, let me set those aside. Then I went to the I think the Fayetteville store was next, and I didn't find tons there. I only found a couple of things. I found these page protector refills there. They were $1.99. There's 10 pages. KB and Company. I know y'all have seen these. They're made for scrapbooks. Just your typical refill. I got these for my daughter because I bought her that scrapbook book the other day that I showed y'all, and she really wants to get into scrapbooking. So just pick those up for her. And then in that store, I also got 1 paper pad called Light Bright. It was $1.99 by Cardstock. They had several of these. This is a thinner paper pad, 6x6, but it's really, really cute designs. And I want to say there's 4, maybe 3. Let's see. 4. And I love the vibrancy. Where I was talking about the cards earlier that lacked vibrancy, this does not. You can see how vibrant the colors are. I'm just going to flip through real quick. I don't know if you've seen this before in other people's hauls, but there's some really cute designs in here. Let me start at the back. That's it. Makes more sense, doesn't it? And it's by color. So the purple, the blue, green, really cute. Picked up a couple of these, gave one to my daughter. Gonna keep the other one. So yeah, I thought that was really good. And then I went to the Stockbridge store, and in that store, again, I got a deal, what I thought was a deal, because I'm not really seeing this at my stores, but I got a couple of small paper packs for $1. So I got a couple of these, one for her, one for me. I've seen this paper pad be hauled before. 36 pages of Harmony Collection Bow Bunny. This is a 6x6 paper pad. And these are thicker sheets, single-sided. I'm sure you've probably seen this, but really cute designs in here for spring. Adorable, vibrant. Got that. And then I also got this Sparkle City journaling pad. 36 sheets of 6x8 paper. This is by Chanel. This is American Crafts product, and these are an example of the pages that are in here. 36 pages, 1 of each design, single-sided, and I'll flip through that for you real quick. I like the lined papers in here. I'll use those in my journals. And these could also be cut apart and used as well. So it's a different kind of pad than I normally would get, but for $1, I couldn't pass it up. I was like, I might as well get it. And then also in that store, I was checking out some books, and I saw this Ideals Christmas. This was $1.99, and this is from, I think it was 2020. Let me check back, y'all, because I looked at the date in here. I like Ideals. I have several of them, the vintage ones, but I don't really use them very much. I need to use them more. Yes, 2020. I didn't know Ideals was around anymore, honestly. I thought it was an older, defunct brand, so I was surprised to see this. And there's some pretty pictures in here, so I thought I could use these in my upcoming Christmas journals. Have y'all seen this before? Is Ideal still around, or is it shut down now? Let me know if you know, because I really thought they were done with. So really cute images in here. I like that the pictures are matte. And you can use these as spreads, I do believe. At least the vintage ones you can. So I'm going to look and see if it's glued in or if it's sewn in before I put this away. Let's see if it got sewn in or glued in. Well, it looks like this is glued in, so you'd have to fold the page in half in order to use it. But you could definitely fussy cut out some of these images. So I thought that was cute for $1.99. I also got in that store this KB & Company Chalk It Now Chalkboard Paper Roll Table Runner. 24 inches by 20 feet. And this was $1. And the only reason I got this is because when I did my teacher journal, I put a chalkboard on the cover. And I kind of struggled with what to use for that. I ended up painting it on. But if I have what it essentially is some cardstock that I can cut down and use on there, then I thought, why not for $1? So this is a huge roll. 24 inches, so 2 feet long, 20 feet, 2 feet wide, 20 feet long. So I don't know how to do this fancy chalk writing, but that's kind of cool if you do. Let me open it up for you so you can see how thick it is. That was the only thing that concerned me. How thick was it going to be? Would it break in half? And I've not seen this at any other stores. Bear with me once again. I do not have this open to show you. Let me just show you from this end so you don't have to deal with me opening that all the way up. Plastic stuck all to me now. Oh, okay, so that's not bad at all. It's like a craft paperweight. And you could cut that out. You could use that as pages in journals. That's pretty neat. I'm glad I picked that up. So if you see that and you're interested in that, that's what that's about. And then the only other thing I got, I believe it was I can't recall if it was at the Stockbridge or the Fayetteville store. I've seen these advent calendars going out now for Christmas. They're really cool. My daughter-in-law is really into Disney princesses. She loves them. And I thought this was neat. I'm not going to open it because it's going to be a gift. But it's a Disney Princess Enchanted Christmas pop-up advent calendar. And it's pretty big. Let me measure it for y'all. It is a little over 12, maybe 12 and a half inches by 13 inches or so. And it's pretty thick. Let's see. It's an inch thick. And I'm going to show you the back because that shows you what's on the inside. This pop-up advent calendar contains a pop-up tree, 25 ornaments, and Disney Princess Holiday Guidebook. And when you open it up, there was one open in the store. It lays flat and this tree pops up. And then each night you open a little ornament to decorate your tree. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, for $6.99, I didn't think you could beat it. I love Christmas. I love the countdown to Christmas, so I always try to get my kids and my daughter-in-laws and stuff like that involved. So I don't know if she watches my videos. If she does, this is hers. If not, then she'll get it as a surprise. So that's it today for my Ollies haul. Thanks for coming and watching me, and I'm so sorry about all the opening of the packaging. I hope y'all are having a great day, and I'll see you soon.